Welcome back to Cynthia's Conversations. Our next topic is a perfect date. What is your idea of a perfect date? And what is your ideal man really on a perfect date? Where would be the best place for a first date? I would say my first date. The guy has to be tidy. You need to be tidy, really. And it could be anywhere. It could be for a tea or a coffee. Definitely no cinema, because in cinema you don't get to talk. Cinema, you just sit there. When you say, "My name is Cynthia," and then he say, "Oh, I'm Mike," and there's someone in front of the row who say, "Shh." So you're not actually having a date, So I would love in a quiet place where I can sit opposite the person and look straight in his eyes, talk about what he does, where he's from, his liking and his dislike, and just take a good look at the person straight in the eye in a table. I would like a quiet place. Doesn't matter if it's a restaurant, even if he's just by the bench eating chips, fish and chips. I'm okay with that, as long as I get to see him, fully. But put an effort on the date. You get what I mean? Because some people will show up on a date. I once have a date, and I was all dressed up, put on suits, just waiting for this guy to come get me. Although it ended up to be a good relationship, and then he pull up, and he was
no more.
And then he was wearing these trainers, and I'm like, and then he go, "Oh, I have some sweets in my car."
That was charming though.
But at that moment I was shocked because I have get my nails done. I spend I spend all afternoon getting my hair done.
Did you have a second date?
Oh yes, I'm a third and a third. But on that particular day, even in the car, I'm like, who the heck is this guy? I just put all the effort, and he just show up with this baggy jeans and a big t-shirt and the trainers in his legs. So, Yvonne, what would be your perfect day?
Well, I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm for the cinema, and I'll give you my reason why I for the cinema. Hang on, we're building. First of all, my ideal date, I don't mind anywhere. The reason why I said cinema would be I would maybe go somewhere, even if it's outside, like you said, fish and chips, build up to the cinema, because for me, when we're in the cinema, we don't need to talk. We probably would have had the talking, but then that gives me the opportunity. Yeah, we're watching a film, but I'm actually studying him.
Is in the dark.
Wait, hang on a minute. On the same day.
Hold on.
So that means you're there for 5 hours.
Hold on.
Absolutely. A movie is 2 hours.
Yeah.
A movie is 2 hours.
Yes.
You sat there on a movie in
Yes.
the dark screen. All you see this massive gigantic, and the audio is really loud.
Yes.
And then you study who?
Yeah.
In the darkness. The only
bright.
thing you can see is his eyeballs.
It's bright. Don't worry. It's bright. The brightness from the. I'm able to
From love,
study
shine
him.
bright
and
like a
look-
diamond.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for my daughter Rihanna. But it gives
Really?
me time to really study him from.
You're not studying anything. You're not there to watch a movie. No.
Well, okay. All jokes
Please
aside.
say no to cinema dating.
No. All jokes aside, I think if we share, I think for me an ideal date, like I said, is I don't mind the place. But when you meet someone where you've got the same values, you share the same interests, the conversation is flowing, it doesn't stop.
You don't talk in the cinema.
I know, but
So how can the conversation flow? You don't talk in the cinema.
we don't look by the time after 5-10
Sign language.
after 5-10 minutes. Look,
No,
communication.
How? With
takes-
leg or
takes
hand?
various forms.
Oh,
You do know that.
not
It
the
takes-
hand.
Communication takes
You're
various
right.
forms.
How are you?
You've got.
And the front person in front of you will look back and say, shh.
Okay, that's ideal.
Okay.
What's the
You know-
worst date? You no.
Oh my God. My worst date is a pretentious place. Going to a pretentious place, like someone taking me to a restaurant where you order £200 plate food, and then it's just that little, and at the end of the day, you finish, you pay all this money, and you leave waiting for the date so you can run around to the next
McDonald's.
kebab shop. Oh, McDonald's is even more sophisticated. You run to the nearest kebab shop, and he's all a chip on his shoulder, high and might, and he thinks he's done you a massive favor by taking you to this posh place, you know.
What's stopping by the time you step your feet in there to say, you know what, nigga, I ain't eating this shit. I just
I want to, you know, it's true. I mean, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, so I wouldn't like be rude, you know. But after that, like, man, that to me is a turn off. Like, I'm not going to have another date after that because, you know, it clearly shows me that it's all about image for him.
He's posh.
Yeah, well, he's posh. That's
Very
fine.
posh.
I don't have a problem with that, but it doesn't sit well with me. So for me, that's fine. But after that date, that's not going to happen again.
Okay.
So it's a big
Please
turn off
take her
for
to
me.
cinema where you two don't speak for like 3 hours, and then she study you in the darkness while the people in the front are telling you people to shoot. That's her. What are your perfect first dates?
No, I'll start with my worst because I'll tell you my experience. Like you, I don't mind where I go, but I don't like the cinema. I don't go to the cinema, even if it's first, second, third, fourth day. I don't mind going to a wine bar or anywhere, you know, like so we can talk. That's a good date.
Bad date?
The perfect person as well has to be. Well, I'm over 6 foot. I like tall men, but unfortunately, tall men don't like tall women.
So maybe you should start looking at short men though.
So you put together men, you know, nice ass, you know, not as not. Then that's the man and the place. My worst date. First of all, the man. Let me talk about the man. Bad breath.
Jesus. Jesus.
The man will greet you and hug you and say hello.
But that's come as the package of.
I don't want to.
You know that.
Yeah,
come
but
as
that's
a package.
okay. Well, let me
package
finish.
of
So that's one. That's the person, and then like I don't like men I like. I can always tell when the guys lie. Now my worst date. Let me tell you about my worst date ever. When the man sees you and thinks that okay, this girl, if I just buy one glass of wine, I take her to bed. I'll give you what happened to me one day. This guy comes pick me up in his car, nice car. Okay, takes me to the restaurant. Bought to the food. The man said though that he wasn't hungry. I knew he was hungry. Obviously,
I was looking at the price list.
it wasn't an expensive restaurant because I ordered food. They said he would only drink. They said he was going to go to the toilet. And then what did I say in the back pocket of his trousers? Packet of condoms sticking out. Jesus Christ.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Exactly.
Ouch.
Very I can't stand presumptuous men.
Yeah.
I can't stand. That's my. Obviously, there was no second date. In fact, I told him when he came out of the toilet, I told her.
But sometimes I think sometimes there was one time that I read an article that says, you know, as soon as a woman meet the guy for the first time, within 5 minutes in your mind you've already decided whether you want to have a second date or. But you see what I mean?
I absolutely agree. It's like an interview.
Yeah, but the thing is, the man can change your mind.
Yeah, but the man can surprise you.
If that guy had it, because he wasn't bad looking. Fine, okay, yes, he said he wasn't hungry, but I knew he was hungry. It was probably the money. The guy got up to go to the toilet, and there was a packet of condoms taken out of the back. Who was that for?
No, how many people has he taken out and just go?
Thank you. You know, that thing, it really upset. I can't stand presumptions, man.
Yeah.
And that thing
kind of
really,
makes you-
it just puts me off, and that's my. No.
It kind of makes you think he came on a mission.
Yes.
It wasn't really.
That's the first date of
You
course.
Yeah, but lately now,
And I
that's,
blocked
you know,
his
when the
number.
man say hi to you second time, hi, how are you? How is it? The next thing is, they want to talk about their willings.
Yeah.
You
That's,
know.
and then going back, linking to the topic we said before, why intelligent women are single. That's why we're single. Because a lot of women, if I know that, you're like, maybe.
But I
you must
have
be
gone,
careful.
no. But I have gone on a date and end up in the guy house long time ago, which means it wasn't something that I was personally prepared for. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
but he didn't presume.
no at all. It was
didn't
something
want-
that just happened spontaneously. The evening was so good.
Why
You know,
did you start again?
we went, you know, to a restaurant. We sat down, not a fancy restaurant, but you know, a decent restaurant. We sat there, and I laughed throughout the evening. And then after that, we went clubbing, and after we spent, after we have spent, you know, a few hours on the dance floor, then the nice moves, and then comes the kiss, and then at the end of the evening, it kind of happened. You get what I mean? But it's not like I leave the house thinking, you know, I'm just.
I said this guy picked me up. We drove to the town
Hey,
center, went to the
you have
restaurant.
a problem with what I'm saying? Close your ears.
I I think it's when you've got the perfect place and you've got the perfect person. It all comes down to the person that you meet. If you have similar interests and you find that you finish each other's sentences and stuff like that. Yes, yeah,
I marry the man.
No, because suddenly,
I will marry the man.
Oh my God!
I end up have a good 9 years relationship.
Exactly.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
no, it's very, very possible. Like you meet someone, all of a sudden he's saying what you want to say. You have the same interests. And that's the kind of day that you don't want it to end. I know. That's a date.
The first night,
that's a date. Like even before he asks you for the
third night, the fourth night, you just keep going. Jeez.
That to me.
If any of you are out there that can finish my sentence, my name is Amaka and
No, but honestly, and for me, okay, a huge turn on for me is, conversation. There's a level of you don't have to go to school or be a graduate or whatever. As long as what you say makes sense and you show some empathy, to life, and you're sensitive to
don't
things.
Just talk about yourself.
And it's not all about you. That ticks my box. Then for me, the absolute one is dance. If you can dance, oh my God, that does it for me. I think for me, in my mind, I always think that people that dance and you can move, you know how to.
No, what kind of dance? You know
those
ones that even when the music.
If there's anyone that can dance,
it doesn't matter.
Let's get it started.
Do you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the dance. I think for me, if you know how to move to the rhythm, you understand? No, any song.
No, you mean.
And you know how to.
like Don Jazzy.
No, do you know what? Hello, Don Jazzy.
I think he would dance. Have you ever seen Don Jazzy dance?
No, I've seen him dance. I've seen him dance because, anyway. I digress. Anyway,
she has a crush.
The thing is,
on Don Jazzy.
Do you know what? I think for me, the thing is, when you play music comes with a beat. Okay. Now, if you're able to move,
when she talks about music,
if you're able to move to the beat, that does it for me. I've seen people where I've automatically put them in my basket of system malfunction.
What is that song?
System malfunction. They don't know how to dance. Like literally, the beat is going like that, and they are going. So honest to God,
it's hard to find a black man that don't know how to dance.
Oh, trust me, I've seen a lot of men that don't know how to dance. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. Okay. I've seen people. I've got 2 baskets. So for me, the dancing, the conversation, I think those 2 are key. Before we start,
you can't do that in the cinema. So that means you go to
no. See, when I said cinema, it's later on. I'm not saying at the very beginning. Oh, that like you build up to.
That's 2 days of dating.
Our
first date.
Well.
As long as the guy got the.
No, I'll give you an example. I went out on a date and we started talking and everything, and we were now going back home. And we just happened to be walking past the cinema, and he was like, one of the things we talked about was a film. No, we just had a meal, and we were going home, and it just happened that while our discussion, we were talking about music and films, and as we were walking along, there was a cinema, and it happened that one of our favorite films was on. We ended up in the cinema. That's what I mean. I'm just saying, it's not like I go to the cinema. No, I went to the cinema. So while we were watching the film, I had the opportunity to just sit back and study the shape of his head. Look at him properly.
It's dark.
Don't worry, trust me. There's light.
Dark.
There is light. Maybe we'll go to the cinema. I'll show you how to do it. But for me, that does it for me.
But anyway,
that's what does it for me.
I would say, personally, a no for me is the typical one that show. There are some that are overconfidence. Who just come and then they come across you as being arrogant. Those ones, it's a no. And secondly, you have those ones. They will sit there. They will not get their hands off their phones. They just sit there. Every 5 minutes, the message come, ring, ting, 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 and then I'm sorry. And then you go again, ping, ping, ping. Oh, I'm sorry.
Switch off your phone.
Nigga, sorry for what? Just shut that phone away. And if they don't do that, you hear the phone ring. So I gotta pick this, you know, I gotta pick. And then he walks to the side and then come back. So I'm really sorry about that. And then you continue the conversation again. Then another phone call come and then you see him go, oh, excuse me, I really need to answer. And then the ones that will even answer it in front of you and go, hello, where are you? And you know, I had a meeting with Black, and then you are sitting there with your...
No, that's up and go.
No, you are holding the spoon, looking at this guy saying, is it for real? You know? And then, you know, and as soon as I get up from that place, I say, oh, that was a really nice meal, you know, thanks for getting to know you. And then you go, second date, oh yeah, I'll let you know. That's it.
Delete, block, number.
Just blocking and delete, you know. So, but if any guy there who thinks they have a better idea of a first date, please let us know on the comment below. And if there are ladies who have other suggestion or the best place to go for a first date, or the idea of a first date, or the kind of guy that they want for the first date, please feel free to leave your comment on below. And thank you for watching. Till next time, bye.